This is the moment you've been waiting for. We are here live in Los Angeles on the eve of the biggest spectacle in gaming, E3, and we're kicking things off 2 days early just for you, the millions of Call of Duty fans at home who can't be here in person for what will go down as a milestone week in the next generation of gaming. I'm Jeff Keighley here with Justine Zarek, and for the next 30 minutes, we are going to be your guides on an unprecedented, unfiltered, behind-the-scenes look into this fall's Call of Duty Ghosts. Known for delivering white-knuckled, oh-my-God moments and online action played worldwide, Activision and their iconic development team, Infinity Ward, is set to redefine the Call of Duty franchise with an all-new next-gen experience this fall, Justine.
Signature multiplayer, cinematic storytelling, those silky smooth controls, all running at 60 frames per second. You know Call of Duty. Millions go online to play every single day, but nobody saw Call of Duty Ghosts coming. And with Infinity Ward rolling out a new story, setting, and characters, alongside a laundry list of new features, it's safe to say that the studio that set the bar on the current generation is doing it again for the next gen. There's some great stuff coming up, and we want you guys to be a part of the conversation. So tell us what you think at #CODGhosts.
All right, well, let's get right into it, Justine, and bring up the CEO of Activision Publishing, Eric Hirschberg, to get things started. Eric, great to see you, man.
Hi.
This is something completely new that I haven't seen before. The Sunday before E3,
Yep.
Call of Duty All Access. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, we've never done anything like this before, and the idea is really simple. Basically, every year, E3 is a huge moment for us because it's usually the first time we're showing off extended gameplay publicly. And it's a huge production. The only problem is that unless you're here at E3 yourself, you don't get to see it. And we know that the people who would appreciate what we're showing off this week the most are the tens of millions of Call of Duty fans worldwide. So we figured if we can't bring all of them to E3, why not try to bring E3 to our fans?
And you're going to be showing a lot here. I'm surprised by how much you guys are exposing of the game. What are we going to see today?
Yeah, pretty much anything. If you were here and you're an industry insider or a journalist, you were here at E3, pretty much anything you would see this week, you're going to see here first. You're going to see extended gameplay from multiple levels. You're going to hear from our brilliant development team at Infinity Ward. You're going to hear from Stephen Gaghan, the Academy Award-winning screenwriter who we've brought in to work with us on this project. And you're even going to get a behind-the-scenes tour of our booth over at E3.
All right, well, let's get started with some gameplay. What's first up, Eric?
We're going to start by showing you an amazing new level that we're calling Into the Deep. And I think it's one of the most beautiful examples of the level of detail and vivid imagery you're going to get from our next-gen engine for Call of Duty Ghosts. And it's also just one of those signature Infinity Ward-style thrill rides.
All right, well, let's take a look at Into the Deep.
This way. Crash site is 5 clicks out. Keep away from open water, bro. We're not the only hunters out here. Negative. We'll find another way. Talk to me, bro. You okay? Stay with me, bro. Let's get this shit off you. You okay? What the? Come on, time to go. Dude, this is Target. Target has been neutralized. You're clear for base 2, over. Target, that looks cross question, sir. This thing's enough, let's get here. Try it out.
Wow, this looks absolutely amazing. And I'm sitting here with Mark Rubin, the executive producer at Infinity Ward. Mark, this looks so real.
Thank you. That's actually running on next-gen hardware. And you know, I also say this is one of my favorite levels because I think it really encapsulates what we're trying to do with Call of Duty Ghosts. You know, it shows off great new tech, it shows really immersive environments, and it also shows some interesting new gameplay.
So before we were talking about the new tech and the new story, which is all amazing, but I mean, what can we expect from Ghosts?
Well, with Call of Duty Ghosts, you know, we really set out to create a new universe with new characters and an all-new story. So to help us with that, we brought in Stephen Gagan. This guy won an Oscar, and he's been amazing to work with in the studio. And so our story starts off with a mass event that decimates our government, our military, and our way of life. And because of that, you are no longer part of a superpower. You actually play as the underdog. You don't have the superior firepower. You don't have the unlimited resources, and you don't have the backup.
Well, you might not have human backup, but in Ghosts, there is man's best friend, and that's a dog, which plays a major role in combat. So let's go behind the scenes at Infinity Ward to see the story development process.
Stephen, it is so cool that you are writing this game. You're obviously, you know, a writer who's known for kind of coming up with your own worlds, your own characters. When you came into this, there was some stuff that was already baked, for lack of a better term, I guess?
When you work on Call of Duty, there's an enormous amount of history and passion, you know, for the various characters that have been created. The thing that's amazing to me in the game world is how protean or how malleable the story is. You know, as a filmmaker, you know, you go out and you fight a movie up the studio chain, right? And you're like, okay, we're gonna be underwater, we're gonna fight in the jungle, we're gonna fight in airplanes. And they're just sitting there and they're like, we're not gonna make that. But here, you're only limited by your imagination.
What do you hope that signature is that sort of you're bringing to this game?
In this game, the player's playing alongside his brother, and there's actually a real family dynamic inside the game. Imagine you're like in the minor leagues and you get called up to the major leagues. They're like the all-stars taken from the all-stars, and then suddenly it's that arc of like, this is our moment. Following that character on that arc is where I do most of my work.
You've seen that the dog has taken on a life of its own here. Call of Duty on Twitter. Tell us about this idea of the dog.
I'm all about dogs, man. I love dogs. Dogs have this capacity for loyalty, and to have to take that into battle is like an extra responsibility.
Definitely you want to have a dog with you every opportunity possible. Their senses and their ability to detect things are better than our best equipment. We're trying to make the dog a main character, someone that you actually feel for, someone that when he comes on the screen you get excited about.
You know, he is a part of your team, but he's also out front taking a lot of risk.
So people are going to pick this up in the fall, and it's a Call of Duty game, but it's going to have some different aspects to it. What is your end goal for sort of how a player will feel when they play?
This game takes place in an entirely new world with entirely new stakes. What we can do as a story team is actually make sure the stakes feel really high, and that's something that you take on as the player. You do understand what the stakes are, and you do care about people on your team.
You're here collaborating with these guys.
Yeah, that's actually the best part of it. Down one line of offices are people writing software. And then down the other line are designers. It's the exact intersection of Silicon Valley and Hollywood-style entertainment. The average length of development in Hollywood is 9 years. Here, it's like 3 minutes. Like, we'll come up with a sequence. These guys will storyboard it, have animatics to it, and we'll be sitting in this very same screening room, and they'll be showing me something that I thought of at like 10 that morning. It's 2 o'clock. In the movie world, it's an absolute dictatorship. It's like I wrote it, I'm directing it, I'm producing it, and you have 300 people, and they're all working to help you. This is quite different. To build a game effectively, you have to honor the vision of 25 different artists who are all total titans in their own right. And everybody's trying to basically make it the coolest experience they can for the player. It's a very challenging art form.
Jeff, that must have been a pretty cool experience getting to sit down with an Oscar winner.
Yeah, and what I love about Steven is that he's actually there in the office with Mark and the Infinity Ward guys, collaborating day in and day out, so I can't wait to see where the story goes. Working on some great characters in the story. One of them, as I mentioned in that piece, is the Call of Duty dog, Mark. Tell us more about him.
Yeah, we've been blown away by the response from the community on that dog.
I mean, the real question is, what's the dog's name? Come on.
Break it down.
All right, so we really wanted to give a nod to the an iconic character from the Modern Warfare series, so we named the dog Riley.
All right, Riley, the official name of the Call of Duty dog. Tell us though about, he's more than a name. How is he used in gameplay?
Right. So when we began development, we had this idea of putting a dog in the game, but it really wasn't until we brought in a Navy SEAL and his service dog that we realized how important the dog should be in the game. And it was a great experience. He brought in a lot of the equipment. And so the vest that the dog's wearing has this flip-up camera, and the Navy SEAL has a screen that he can use to see what's through that camera. The dog's wearing an earpiece, so he can take actual direction from the SEAL. And actually, if they need to be even further, if they need to be stealthy, the dog's wearing these 2 vibrating devices on his neck that allows the SEAL to guide him left, right, attack, etc. So you know what? Let's take a look at that in action.
All right, here it is, the dog in action.
Is it on? Okay, looks like we're good. Beginning sector scan. Contact. Enemy patrol approaching from the west. Do not engage. Let them get closer. Get ready. Do it. Take him out. Clear. That's the 3rd group in 20 miles. Keep your eyes peeled. Could be more of them. Stand by. Easy, Riley. Welcome home. What's left of it, anyway? Come on, let's keep moving. Delta 1-1, this is Stalker 2. We are en route to your position, about 2 clicks out. Copy.
Solid copy, Stalker. Be advised, recent reports indicate lots of enemy movement in that area. We're on a schedule here, so get that intel and get out fast.
Roger that. I see this again. So that means we should keep moving on. Not like you remember it, huh? This place is depressing the hell out of me. Come on. Yeah, sick there. Probably so missing us. Hold up. Sounds like trouble. Dash, sync up with Riley. Here we go. Okay. Best to sync with your camera feed. I'll help guide him. Where do you want to go? You'll follow. Scan around for a bit. Okay. I see 2 tangos ahead. Let them separate. The closer one. Take him out first. Nice. Where'd the other one go? See if you can get his attention. There he is. I'll take this one. All right, Ash. Have Riley search the houses. We don't want any stragglers. Hang on. I've got a sniper on the balcony. He's mine. Okay, take the guard first. All clear. Good boy, Riley. Let's move. Sounds like more inside. Stack up. Riley, search. On me. We're in position. Okay. Mask on.
So I think it's pretty official that Riley is pretty much a badass.
Yeah, he's pretty beast.
I'm sure he'll be trending in a few minutes here on Twitter. So we've seen a couple of levels from the game, and we've dug into the story development process for the single-player campaign. But Eric, what else can we expect?
Well, we have one more thing that we want to show our fans today. Every year at E3, our team puts on a pretty huge production to unveil the gameplay to the public for the first time, and it's spectacular. So at E3, in our booth right now, there's an environment where hundreds of people will crowd in. It's got a screen that's 122 feet wide, almost 30 feet tall, and it wraps around people 190 degrees, so you're totally immersed in it. It's got more in common with a theme park ride or an IMAX movie theater than most trade show booths.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. It's like being inside a Call of Duty game. And most people don't have a 122-foot screen at home. So this video we're going to show you is in a long letterbox format, so you can see all of the environment you would see at the show.
And that shape, kind of allows you to see more of the gameplay environment than you would be able to see when you were just playing the game. So the E3 hasn't started yet. This is still being built over at our booth right now, but our fans get to see it first.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at that. First look at the booth. 2 levels we've already seen from Call of Duty, so lots of all access here as part of our premiere. So you guys are going to take a look at that. We want to thank everyone for joining us here. Mark, Eric, Infinity Ward, Activision, it's great you guys have done this on behalf of iJustine. I'm Jeff Keighley. We'll see you guys at E3. But right now, we're going to take that exclusive first look behind the scenes at the Call of Duty Ghosts E3 booth. It'll be on display all week long. Thanks for joining us on this live event. I'm Jeff Keighley. Enjoy the rest of the footage.
Soldiers stand against their enemies. But ghosts? Father.